Welcome to week 2 of the Free Super Tips Premier League Tipping Challenge against the Racing Post. Now, we just managed to see off Mark Langdon in week 1, and now they've wheeled out James Milton to take us on. So James, we're going to cover the 5 live games over the weekend. We'll get cracking with Cardiff, Newcastle. Now for us, we think Cardiff were very impressive at home in the Championship last season. They showed glimpses of their form against Bournemouth, although they didn't come out with a result. Obviously Newcastle again, similar scenario against Tottenham. They had phases in the game where they looked okay. Both teams for us are going to see this as a perfect opportunity to get off the mark. We think it'll be more attacking than some people might see. Both teams to score for us around the even money mark.
Yeah, I like the look of the draw in this one actually. I mean, you mentioned Cardiff at home last season. They were very good against the weaker teams. And they only actually beat 2 of the top 8 in the Championship. So that would be a slight concern if you're thinking about backing Cardiff. Newcastle, I thought, were pretty impressive in that defeat to Tottenham. Tottenham obviously got leggy as the game went on with all their World Cup exertions. Yeah. This is a different test, and I find it really tough to separate these two. I'm going for the draw.
Going for the draw. On to Saturday tea time, and it's the London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal. They've had mixed start to the season. Chelsea, though, had to take on Huddersfield, probably one of the worst teams in the division, whereas Arsenal, they faced a rampant Manchester City, both under new management as well. Now, this fixture, 3 of the last 4 seasons in the Premier League was under 2.5 goals. We're going for the same this time. We think Arsenal will be well happy with a draw. They'll go there a bit more defensive, under 2.5 goals, Chelsea-Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal fans, I don't think should get too despondent from that opening defeat to City, who are just an absolute class act. And actually at the prices, I think Arsenal draw no bet could be the way to go here. Chelsea also under new management, as you mentioned. And I expect Arsenal, were so poor away from home under Wenger last season, I expect them to be set up a little more streetwise under Unai Emery, a little more of a solid base, and they have got quality players who can hurt Chelsea on the break. So Arsenal draw no bet for me.
Draw no bet for you, under 2.5 goals for us. On to Sunday, and it's Manchester City versus Huddersfield. Slightly strange game to have on live in my opinion. Manchester City, best team in the land. Huddersfield, quite possibly the worst. This looks like a rout. Over 3.5 goals we're going for. Man City could get any number here.
I think City may have to be a bit patient though. Looking at last season's meetings between these two, Huddersfield only actually conceded twice in the 2 games, which deserves some kind of trophy, I think. And they kept City out in the first half of both of those games. So I'm going to be backing the second half to have more goals. You know, I think Huddersfield will set themselves up to be hard to beat, but you know, City's quality, they'll be able to pick them off in the second half.
Okay, so over 3.5 for us, and you believe City will win, but they might have to be patient. On to Sunday, 4 o'clock, and it's Brighton versus Manchester United. Brighton, not bad at all at home last season, only lost 4 times and managed to beat Arsenal and Manchester United. United did get off to a win against Leicester, not overly impressive for us. There's definitely stuff going on behind the scenes there. Pogba's not happy, Marino's still moaning. That victory was papering over the cracks in our opinion. This could be a turn-up. Brighton for us in the double chance market, where you'll get obviously Brighton and the draw.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be tight as well. You just don't see United kind of steamrolling teams at the moment. Their attack doesn't look fluent, neither does Brighton's. They didn't manage a single shot on target in that defeat at Watford. Last season, United won 1-0 at Old Trafford. Brighton, as you mentioned, won 1-0 at the Amex. It's not going to be a goal fest, I don't think, so under 2.5 goals is a solid bet.
Under 2.5 goals for James, and we see a turn up here, Brighton. On to Monday night football, Crystal Palace versus Liverpool, and this could be the match of week 2. Crystal Palace, they're good going forward, as we know. Wilf Zaha's on fire. The Liverpool front 3, they've started where they left off last season. If you look at the stats, 63% of Crystal Palace's home matches last season were over 2.5 goals. 74% of Liverpool's away matches over 2.5 goals. We think this is going to be a thriller. Liverpool will win, and over 2.5 goals in the match.
Yeah, I'm on similar lines here. Liverpool to win and both teams to score. Liverpool only actually kept 5 clean sheets away from home last season, and Palace, as we said, have got plenty going forward, particularly when Zaha's fit. So I expect an exciting game. I mean, Liverpool's front three, no World Cup hangover for them. They didn't really play that much in Russia, so they're off to a flying start. I think Liverpool will win, but I think Palace can certainly get themselves on the score sheet.
So we're on similar lines here. Liverpool to win, goals in the match, could be a classic. Right, Mark owes me 2 pints from last week. Double or quits?
Go on then, I'm confident.
Right.
Yeah.